The chairman of the subcommittee on economic opportunity, Mr. Flores.
The gentleman from Texas is recognized for 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today in strong support of H.R. 2481 as amended, and I thank Chairman Miller for allowing me to express my support for this bill today. This bill contains the original text of the Veterans GI Bill Enrollment Act of 2013, which I introduced in June, as well as the collective work of the subcommittee that I'm honored to chair, the Subcommittee on Economic Opportunity. I want to thank the ranking member of the Subcommittee on Economic Opportunity, Mr. Takano, as well as Chairman Miller and ranking member of the full committee, Mr. Michaud, for bringing this bill to the floor. Finally, I also thank the other members of the committee who authored the provisions that are included in this bill for their thoughtful legislation. Mr. Speaker, Sections 4 and 5, originally authorized by Chairman Miller, would authorize using existing VA resources for the creation of a fourth administration VA, which will improve oversight over VA's education, vocational rehabilitation, and home loan programs, and the Center for Veterans Enterprise. Too often these programs are overshadowed by VA's efforts to reduce the disability claims backlog, and I am hopeful that this new fourth administration will streamline oversight over these important VA programs that will help veterans reach economic success. Section 6 includes Mr. Cook's bill that would extend the Homeless Veterans Reintegration Program, which provides grant funding for job training services for homeless veterans. Section 7 includes a bill authorized by our late colleague, Mr. Young of Florida. This section would modify the Fry Scholarship Program to include the children of certain veterans who die within 31 days of discharge from a service-connected cause. This is an issue that I know Mr. Young was personally passionate about, and I am thankful that we were able to include it in this bill that's being considered today. Section 8 includes the original text of my bill, H.R. 2481, that would clarify the process to assist veterans in choosing the best GI Bill benefit to meet their unique education needs. I believe that by making this one small change, we can reduce veterans' wait times and streamline their use of the veterans that they have earned. Section 9 reflects a bill introduced by Mr. Calvert and co-sponsored by Mr. Takano to streamline the reporting of student data by college consortiums. Section 10 would extend several existing VA loan guarantee funding fees to provide cut-go funding offsets for the cost of the bill. Sections 11 and 12 contain the provisions of Mr. Cummings' bill to expand several mortgage, foreclosure, and refinancing-related protections and rights in the Service Members Civil Relief Act to surviving spouses and active duty members. The section would also clarify refinancing options available for service members, as well as penalties for violations of the SCRA law. I want to thank Mr. Cummings and his staff for working with us on this section over the past year. I believe these provisions would go a long way in protecting service members and their families. The final section would amend SCRA to protect child custody agreements of service members while they are deployed. This provision, sponsored by Mr. Turner, has passed the House multiple times in the last few Congresses, and it is designed to ensure that military service doesn't impact existing child custody agreements unless it is in the best interest of the child. Once again, I thank all of the members for their thoughtful contributions to this bill, and I encourage its passage. I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields back